Hey, table hosts. It's Faith. Trying to video myself here for you. Hey, I am here to talk to you in case you missed that preview that we had yesterday and give you all the information that you need to know about hosting a table this year. So maybe you've done this before, maybe you're new, but we're just going to walk you through it so that you have a good idea what's going on before you invite people to our spring dessert. So I got a few things to go over here with you. Hopefully you've either gotten by email or in person this form right here, and I'm just going to walk you through this today, but this just goes over all the things that people typically ask about our dessert. So we'll go through that. So I got a few things to tell you. I apologize if all this is backwards. I don't really know how this is going to turn out, but challenge your brain a little bit and read backwards today. So first of all, I want to say a great big thank you. Right now we have 59 tables spoken for. So a few people are doing 2 nights. Most people are just doing 1. Again, this is either Monday or Tuesday, April 9th and April 10th. It's going to be still at the Hollenbeck Bailey. So just a huge thank you. People often ask, how do we get so many people to come to our spring dessert? And the answer is table hosts. We would not be able to do this without you guys. And you are part of a great big team for kids in this city. This is such important work. And so I just want to tell you how encouraged we are. And just thanks for inviting people to come eat dessert with you and do it for the sake of kids. A couple other things. This year is our 20th anniversary. 1998 to 2018, and so we're going to be having a little fun with that as we will walk you through in another video on our table activity so that you know how to be prepared for that. And our theme this year is, well, that was quick. The idea is that time goes by really fast, and those kids, when we started 20 years ago, are in their 30s now, and if we don't take the opportunity to act now, that window that we have with these kids is going to be gone. In another 20 years, they'll be adults too. And so now is the time because time goes by so fast, and God's calling us to do something in these kids' lives now. Let me walk you through some frequently asked questions. So again, you can find all of this. If you're more of a reader, you can find all of this information on this handout right here that we will email and give you a paper copy of. So first of all, what's your job? Your job is really inviting. Get people there. Each table seats 10 people, so that's your goal, is to fill your table. Co-workers, friends, family, just people that you think would be interested, friends from church, and so on. People that you think would be interested or that need to know about SCIM. There are no tickets for this event. There's no cost for people to come. So just make that clear. It's free. All the desserts have been donated by amazing restaurants. And so our cost for this event is very, very low. However, the phrase that I use when I invite people is there is an opportunity to donate, or there will be an opportunity to donate. We do give an ask at the end. We're not going to harass anyone if they can't give. But we put that opportunity out there so that people are prepared when you invite them. We don't want to bait and switch anyone. We are going to ask you as a table host to RSVP with your names, and that will be to Michelle Van Dyke. Her contact info is on the paper we're giving you. Also, you're going to be getting emails from her, so it won't be difficult to get a hold of her. And we're going to ask you to get those names to us at least a day or two before the event. The day of the event, it's very hard because we've already printed out copies and so on. The reason why we ask you to RSVP is so that when your people come, we know where to send them. There's going to be a lot of people at this event. We're looking at 500 over the course of both nights. And so what we don't want to have happen is the people that you invited to walk in, they walk up to the table, they give us their name, and we just have a blank look and say, we have no idea who you're with or where to send you. But if they can give us their name and we know that they were invited by you, then we can send them to your table. And so even if you're not sure if someone is going to come, if they're really on the fence and they're a big maybe, just send us their name anyway, because it won't hurt anything. And that way we'll be prepared if they do come. So to RSVP with your names. Tips for inviting people. We have a number of different ways. We try to do this, give you as many different options as we can. We're going to give you a pack of these invitations right here, so you can give those to someone in person, or even stick them in the mail if you want. If you stick them in the mail, do put a stamp on. It says postage, but that's just for what we send out together. But I recommend a combination. So what I mean by that is I might ask someone in person, and then I will also give them something in writing. Or I might ask them in person, and then I follow up with a text or a Facebook message later. I might invite them on the Facebook event page, and there is a Facebook event page. If you're on Facebook, find that. That's a good little way to let people know about it. But then I would also follow up with something personal. I wouldn't just rely on a blanket Facebook invitation. So let people know that you thought of them personally and you thought they might be interested in this. And that usually really helps, that you're thinking of people personally. 6:45 is the time that we would like you to arrive as a table host, just so that you're there ahead of when your guests get there. If you would like to come earlier and help set up, or stay later and help clean up, we always need extra hands, so that would be appreciated. One thing that is also in your form, just assume that 10% of your confirmed people are going to cancel. That's just something we've observed over the years. And you might want to over-invite a little bit to be sure that you fill your table. 30% of your guests are going to be ready to get involved. Typically, 3 out of 10 people will really be interested in doing something further. That means 7 out of 10 might be okay just coming and eating some dessert and maybe making a donation and leaving. And that is okay. They don't have to get involved at another level. Maybe they have another cause that they care about. 10% of your guests are going to be really on fire, and they're going to say, I've been waiting for something like this to get involved in. And so that's really our goal from this event, is identifying those 10 to 30% of people who are ready to take the next step. And so after the dessert's over, we're just going to ask you to follow up with people and kind of see what they're thinking, what was really moving to them, and what they might want to be involved in, if anything. Does it matter? Yes. A big, big yes. I can't tell you how many people have gotten connected to Skim over the years through the spring dessert, and the way that we get people there is by people inviting them. So thank you for taking the time to do this. On the back of this form is a little spreadsheet that you can use if it is helpful to you. There is no obligation. You're not going to turn this in. This is not homework. I use it to keep track of who I'm thinking of inviting and then who I have invited. So you can use this if it's helpful, but if it's not, just put it in the trash. And that's it. You're done. Go invite people. Be sure to watch the table activity video also, because that is something that we'll be asking you to facilitate at your table, and we want you to know how to do that and be prepared. So it's a fun one. I think you guys will have a good time. And just once again, thanks for watching, and get in touch with us. Get in touch with Michelle if you have any questions, and go invite people. Thanks.